Oh, shit. There we go.
Oh, you need to do...
Yeah, I know. The first roll was the 5, and then 14, 14, 12, 14, 15. Horrible.
Damn, you got like a god character.
Rough luck. Okay. What class are you thinking, Jerry?
So, wait. So the first one's strength, right? So I have 5 strength?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, yeah, you have 5 strength. Very good. Everything else is very good.
Yeah, I know. I'll go ahead and I'll be a... Do you think I should be a cleric, Steve? So we have one?
No.
No?
I only say that because we're mainly going up against frogs and pirates, so...
Frogs and pirates? I'll be a fighter.
A fighter with 5 strength, are you sure? There are other options. Magic user, cleric, and thief. You want to pick fighter still?
Magic use could be good.
What'd you say, Steve?
Magic use could be good.
Could be. Yeah, let's do a mage.
Okay. Alright. And do you have any preferences on equipment? It looks like you rolled, was it 7 for money? So...
Yeah.
You can't afford any scrolls
I'll buy
yet.
the rags, some shoes.
Yep. Basic clothes, sackcloth, sandals.
Is that 5 copper remaining?
You want a belt?
Yeah.
Okay, well in that case, yeah, you've got 4 left.
I know. I'll get a sack.
You want a snapsack or a sack? The difference is a snapsack is a strap that you can wear.
Yeah, I'll get the snapsack. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Alright, well you got 3 left, and if you want to do your job, which is to deal with magic stuff, the cheapest magical gear you might be able to afford is like a silvered knife that will allow you to cut down like lycanthropes or vampires. Or you can buy...
I would love that.
Yeah.
I would love that. What is it? A silver knife?
Yeah, a silver, silvered knife with a sheath. The total price is 3 coppers.
Yeah. Absolutely, I will get that.
Okay. And last step is to choose a name.
Yeah, it's gonna be Ulysses. One sec.
Yeah, just change your nickname and I'll just copy it down.
Yep, I got you. God damn it. Sorry.
No worries.
My Discord's crashing as we speak. Boom, done. Oh, all caps, duh.
Ulysses. Okay. Alright, looks good.
I'm trying to get a friend to join. Sorry.
If they can hop in like right now, that would be perfect. Otherwise.
Do you know Junkie?
What's up?
Did Junkie already play this before?
Junkie? I'm not sure who Junkie is.
She has you blocked. I'm not sure. Oh. Yeah, Junkie. That's the DM. He probably sent you that. Like, I guess you sent her a message, and like with the D&D like ad, and she blocked you because she didn't know who you were.
Oh yeah, we have met before. Yeah, she has played D&D with me once. Her character was...
It's up to you if you want to play Junkie. I don't know.
Aeschylus?
I didn't know you guys knew each other.
I'm not sure why she blocked me, but Yeah, maybe it's because she didn't want to play D&D anymore.
We don't need to reflect on this. We just need to keep going.
I think she saw your message and thought it was a bot or something like that.
She needs unmuted Ethan.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't need to figure it out. Let's just keep it moving.
She said she wanted to play. I don't know. That's weird.
Hello?
Hey,
Hello?
You
Hello? No, I think I thought you were a bot or something like that, and I muted you, and I thought you were like texting me in some way.
Please don't mute my DM.
I mean, it's hard to
I didn't mean to.
whether you block me or not for that. Apparently we did play
when you
D&D
said
together before.
I think, yeah, I remember because I literally talk about us playing Boarded. You know, I play Boarded. I think I muted you by mistake because I thought you were someone else. And then when you said unmute me, I was like, who is this creep? And then I muted you.
Okay, well,
Because,
yeah.
like, I don't know if you know.
We have,
but, like,
if you look at our
a bunch of
backlog,
women-
you text me your character's name, which means we played D&D before.
Yeah. I'm such an idiot. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was like, like, my bad, homie. Like, genuinely, like,
It's fine. I just run D&D here.
You want to hop in, Junkie?
Yeah.
You want to roll your character and stuff?
do I have my warden still? No.
I have no
Probably
idea.
not.
You're,
I died
you're
last
just gonna
time.
roll up a new one. Yeah. So
It's-
hop in
it's-
play by post. Let me know when
Yeah,
you're there.
above the section, you're gonna be able to play by post, and you're gonna type in the commands. He's gonna teach you.
Wait, where do I gotta go? Sorry.
So
Above
there's a
the
text
section,
channel. Yeah, it's
you're
called
gonna-
play by post.
yeah.
Play by post?
Yes.
Okay.
You see it?
What do I gotta do?
So
Type
I
in those
text.
commands that
yes.
you just posted.
Make sure you type them in separately and click enter. You're prompting a bot to roll the dice
Roll
for you.
6?
Yep. /roll space 6 space 3d6. The first one.
6 D
3d6. 6
3D. Oh, 3D. I'm sorry.
Okay, that could be your
Fuck.
money roll, so that's okay. Just try 1d4 and 6 3d6. You're almost there.
Wait, I don't want to see these things. Roll.
Yep. /roll space 6 space 3d6 or 1d4.
I did 1d4. Next.
Perfect. Yep. All right, and then the last one is /roll space 6 space 3d6. Enter.
Roll 3d6.
All right, and then yeah, Jerry, thanks for inviting your friend. Let's see.
No, Junkie, you have to do 6 3d6. Do 5 3d6 now.
Yeah, do a /roll spacebar 5 spacebar 3d6. Enter.
5 3d.
Make sure there's a space between the 5 and the 3d6. So /roll space. Oh, good job.
I got you.
All right, thank you. So this is just how you generate your character in old school D&D. Your character is pretty much random at the start. There are half of the character is by choice, that you get to make your character by choice, but the other half is completely random. And that kind of gets you into the mindset that this game is 50% kind of choice and 50% chance, right? So when you start playing this game, your character can progress how you want them to, but again, there's always a chance of failure or success in this game, right? So just to give you an idea, those are your character statistics. Basically, the first one you did earlier, that was your money roll. So you have 8 coppers. The second one you did was your hit points. You've got 4. With your adjustment, it looks like you've got 5. That's the max. You can't get more than 4 on a D4. So let's see.
Fuck!
No, that's good.
I mean, if you want 1,
I'm all.
but you can always go lower. You can't go higher. Let's see. Well, your rolls
Can I
are
be
pretty
a
good.
tank?
Yeah, so there are various classes that will basically tell others that that's the job you want to take on. Like, if you want to be like a tank and be at the front lines taking damage and such, that would be considered like a fighter, or a dwarf maybe, are usually responsible for, being a tank type of character. Uh, your character is eligible to be a fighter. You need at least a decent strength to be a fighter. You have an
What's my
average strength.
strength?
Yours is 9, so your
Is it
scores,
good or is it bad?
it's average. Your best score is
It's
actually,
average?
yeah. Your best score is 14, and that's actually in your wisdom. Wisdom is your character's ability to be kind of experienced and knowledgeable of the world. So the best class for that would be clerics, right, or paladins. Then your second best score is constitution. What's up? Can you have another one?
Is it a tank?
Yeah, clerics are holy soldiers, basically, or soldiers of God. They use the power of God to compel
You know
evil. So
You know what? Although Wekbar.
you want to be a cleric?
Let's
Yeah.
go in. Let's go.
Sounds good.
I'm really a cleric.
Alright, good choice. Yeah, so you've got like, let's see, what was it, 8 coppers with the gear. Do you have any preferences on the starting gear you get? Otherwise, I'll just pick up some cleric equipment for you. Preferences could be like, do you have a preferred weapon, tool, item that you want to start with, for example?
I don't know if you remember, but I had a stick once.
Okay, sticks are free. You want another stick?
I want a stick.
Sure.
I don't know if you remember, I died from a stick.
I'm sorry. I've hosted for thousands
So
of players, so it's really hard to keep track sometimes.
Probably. Dude, I died from a stick, and I was like, it was so funny. Because you know why? Because I kept poking the stick.
But I'm glad you
By a
remember.
shield.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Sackcloth and a belt and some sandals. We'll get you some basic
I don't know
clothes.
why I'm so sorry I blocked you. I thought you were someone else.
It's fine.
Terrible.
It's fine. Alright. We got you some basic clothes. You've got 6 coppers worth of gear, 5 coppers worth of gear left. We'll get you some gear to do your job. As a cleric, you need a holy symbol. We'll get you either a wooden or a silvered cross so you can compel evil. The difference is they both do the same job, but silver can be used against like certain monsters, right? Like vampires and
Even
werewolves.
the same shield.
Yeah, another player recommends you buy a shield, but you only have 5 coppers left, and a shield costs 5 coppers. If you want to be a tank, then a shield's a good option. Like if you want to block arrows or.
You know what, Steven? Steven, I'm gonna trust you.
Okay, sure.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna trust you.
you'll get a shield.
I don't want that clerk.
Okay, so for now you'll go without a crucifix. You're just gonna put your faith or
I don't
your.
want no list.
Yeah.
A stick and a crucifix. I'm
Oh.
not a crucifix, a shield.
Shield, right? Yeah. Okay.
Shield. Yes.
All right. So you're all equipped now, and last but not least, you will need a name. So, what would you like to name your character?
My name is Love. I'm a woman.
If you need more time to think about it, that's fine. We can come back to you.
No, dude, it's BOLOG.
Oh, BOLOG? How do you spell it?
Yeah, it's BOLOG. I wrote it. My name is BOLOG.
It's in the chat.
BOLGOG. BOLOG.
Okay, sure. All right, thank you. Okay. So we do have some new crew members joining your team. So old crew members like EMRYS, would you be willing to pay for their food, or PEKKA? They're joining your ranks, but you realize they're poor and hungry, and if they don't have food, they won't be, at full capacity, like to adventure, right? So, do you want to feed these guys that are volunteering to join your ranks? They can pay you back later. PEKKA or EMRYS, would either of you want to pay for food to feed these 2 breakfasts?
Well, I've got none.
It says that you've got 0 coppers. Yeah, EMRYS, you're the only option then. So you've got 2 coppers. Would you be willing to feed them? Otherwise, they'll start the adventure hungry.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, yeah. Times are rough, and they, yeah, you buy them some food.
I'll pay you back.
All right, you've got 1 spare ration on you, so I'll put that in your record, EMRYS. It would go into your. Well, I just realized you don't have any kind of. Oh no, wait. Yeah, you do. You have a knapsack. Okay, you're good. All right, you've got 1 ration. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we just finished preparations. I didn't really give a proper introduction to Junkie. Just got our character rolled up. But Junkie, usually when you join our group, we of course have you roll up a character. We'll teach you. We'll introduce you to our group, how we do things here, and then we'll teach you how to play it. That's it. And then once you understand what kind of game we play, how we play it, and then you're ready to play as well because you have a character, you will, like everyone else, be ready to play. But we just finished our prep, the first part of our game. We have 3 parts to our game. First part is prep, so we just got that done. After a small break, we'll play the game, and then after that, optionally, after we end the game, we have post game. So we discuss what your characters do after their adventure, their hard work and such. That's your time to kind of enjoy the spoils of your expedition, right? Of your battles and such, right? Anyway, though, before we go into our break, we're gonna quickly introduce you to how we play things and how we play. We play, of course, old school D&D, as you might remember. The goal, of course, is to tell a story of how your characters survived a dangerous adventure for gold and experience points. In the game of D&D, you can try anything you want, but naturally, if you don't progress, you won't be as capable at being successful at what you want to try to do, right? Money and power gives you more ability to succeed at whatever you want to try in the world of D&D, right? So that's why you're an adventurer. We tell stories about adventuring characters who go out to take risks to get rewarded, and then they can use those rewards toward what they want, right? So that's the goal of the game: survive, get money, right? Let's see. Now you know the goal. I'm going to quickly tell you how to play. It's very simple to play D&D, of course, you might remember. But basically, of course, the DM will describe the situation to the crew. Every player will have a turn to choose what their character does, and then we roll the dice if necessary to see the results of your actions. That's it. Okay, any questions or concerns about the goal of the game, or how to play, or your character? If not, we'll be good. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we just finished prep, so come back in 5 minutes, ready to play. We'll go into our first break.
Hello, guys.
Hey, crew. Junkie.
Hello. So what's the plan for today, Stephen and Tulio? And Star?
We're gonna try kill some frogs.
Okay.
Yeah, we can either go to a dungeon or a village. Hey, Star.
Yeah, we're gonna have Junkie and Star in the front because we've got shields. And then, Jerry, you're gonna have to be throwing stones.
Sounds
Well, not stones, rocks, but yeah.
Have stones? Oh, the stones.
Yeah.
Wait, what do I do with the stones?
you throw them at the enemy.
Well, you're gonna.
I want to keep the stones then.
Well,
I'm
stones are
gonna
useless,
throw
right?
them. Yeah, I'm gonna throw them in their eyes.
No, you're not, right? You're gonna stand there with the shield.
But I don't have a slingshot.
Yeah,
No, yeah.
exactly.
And I'm broke and sad.
Yeah, so just get a club, get some like a random big trick rug.
But I have
Stick.
a shield.
Yeah, so you're gonna get a big stick, a big hardy stick, and beat the enemies back with the club, right? And crush you.
Joke's on you. I already had a stick. It's free.
Yeah, but a stick isn't like a club, right? You know, you want a big round.
Yeah, but I don't have money for a stick. Star has already rationed us with some food.
Oh, you know, in real life, right? You go back, you find a big, thick piece of wood, right? Use that like a club, right?
Junkie, what are you eating?
How did you realize I was eating?
It was pretty obvious.
Oh my god, John.
Why
Oh no.
are
Shut
you
up.
eating, Junkie?
I'm eating rice and chicken. I mean, if Aiken gives me the opportunity to go and get a bigger stick, I will.
I mean, you're a girl, so of course you will. He's a simp.
No, I'm a
What the
tank.
hell?
I'm stonk.
Yeah, just go grab like a club log stick, I guess, and go.
There's no club log. A club
There
is
is.
different.
A club log stick.
Why are you discriminating my stick?
Well, a stick is typically fitted long and they snap very easy.
That's absolutely true, though. But as a chud, I feel like a stick would work well.
Hey, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Well, Junkie, you need to be serious in these games. So like, I know you want to meme around, but
Listen, I'm not trolling in this game. I'm taking it serious. Last time I played this game, I died.
yep. So you don't want that to happen again.
Hey,
Am I
Jeremy,
trying to
what's
say
wrong?
that I'm going to make it do it again?
Well, if you start running at enemies with a stick, yeah, you will. Sure.
Okay, well, tell Aiken that I can get a club from a log.
Well, a log is like you can't really. You'd have to cut it down and refine it. Just find a club.
But
log
Please don't
stick.
act eating
I got it.
that.
I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Don't worry about it.
Dude,
I'll
eating is
try
gonna
to-
take
what do-
like. You're gonna
what do
take
you
3
have?
minutes.
Just get a big thick stick, right? If
Don't
you want
worry
it,
about
you
it.
want
Don't
it
Are
worry
you
about
gonna give me the
stick.
gold?
Don't
Are you
worry
gonna give me the
about
gold?
stick.
Are you gonna give me
Don't
the
worry about the
gold?
stick. Don't worry about the stick. I got the stick. Just,
You know what? I'm puffing my chest right now. I'm
I'm gonna help
puffing
you.
my chest.
I'm gonna help you, Junkie.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna
I'm
save you.
puffing my chest. I don't like your aggression.
All
I
right,
don't like your aggression.
ladies and gentlemen, it's been roughly 5-ish minutes. Hopefully that was a long enough break. Star, you want
I ate my
this?
chicken and rice, and I don't like this aggression.
Star is deafened, so let's ping her and give her a minute to hop back in. If she's not here, we'll have to drop her out. Let's see.
Don't drop her out.
Well, we have a limited time to play, so.
When do you have to go to work? No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm back from work. It's just that we only play for 1 hour per session. We have extensions if we
I
have more than
respect
3
that.
players, but it's already been about like 24 minutes since we started the stream.
Started back.
All right, welcome back, Star. And it sounds like everyone here is back, so let's get our game going. As I already kind of mentioned, the game will start with the Dungeon Master describing to you all the background and situation of the adventure, right, that we're gonna go on. Your party of 5 have gathered in the base camp of northwestern Stavos. The party here has been, the party out here has been, of course, working on hunting down a dangerous race of frogs, particularly these giant mutant frogs, almost kind of like frog peoples. They have been
Legs.
causing great trouble for the northern edge of Stavos. Stavos is the town in which most of you are from. For those who are new, You are villagers that have recently volunteered to join the front lines and join the ranks of these adventurers on their foray into these dangerous territories where frog peoples might live and hunt them down. These frogs have caused serious damage for the northern border of Stavos, or also for civilization. They have, of course, bred heavily the northern border, and they have eaten, killed, right, and infested all of the northern territories of Stavos, right. So people have been evacuated, of course, from those territories, but many have been lost, right? Property has been abandoned and lost to these frogs. They continue to infiltrate our lands and spread their eggs, right, and breed rapidly, right, consume and eat and destroy, right. So you've been sent out here to help hunt them down. Many crews have been sent out there to fight off this infestation, but many have failed as well, right? Very few have succeeded. Some of the crew members here are survivors of past expeditions against the frogs. I think the only one today, or the only two today, and one of them actually managed to kill one, only a small one though, was PEKKA the thief. And we've got EMRYS who was there to help him, right? The rest of you are new to the team. We've got PETROLL the fighter, BOLOG the cleric, and ULYSSES, right, the magic user. New members of the crew. And, you know, your characters are, before this, they were just simply villagers, right? Living their lives until the war came to them. You might have lost family, right? You all have been affected by the war. That's why you're here today, right? So for most of you, you might have lost property, homes, family to the frogs, right? They have ravished your country, right? They have come through and devoured and eaten and bred your people, right? So you're here to fight them off. Your party is encamped southeast of them at a small base camp, an expeditionary, war or siege camp, ready to push out and continue the campaign against them, right? The position is currently decently defended, but of course, overnight, after the recent loss of a couple crew members, the frogs have gained, food in that area. Of course, that's something we were trying to prevent, further losses, which would feed, of course, and fuel their ranks. And we have seen them beginning their approach. Last night, we could hear constant croaking in almost every direction. The camp was on edge. No one got much sleep except, of course, the reinforcement who just arrived and the crew member who were, of course, the crew members who were expected to set out today got to sleep. But everyone else was, forced to stand watch all night, all morning, right, as the croaking continued, right. It of course ended by sunrise, right. But we can from this understanding, we know that the frogs have pushed out and away from the hamlet. They might have ventured further south at this point, right? They might be spreading their infestation south of here. However, your job is to clear them out of the northwestern hamlet. Now, if you want to do something else, that's totally fine. On your turn, you can choose to do something completely different. But you've got a task, and it promises you a reward. These frogs have bounties placed on their heads. There's a lot of property to recover, right? A lot of valuable goods to loot and sell back to the village and towns, right? And of course, if you want to be a hero, you can defeat the frogs, you can clear them of the village, or you can find people that might have been captured, right? And taken by the frogs if you want to be a hero, right? That's both valuable in money and in glory as well, right? Fame. All right. Any questions, concerns, objections to the situation? Very well.
Nope.
All right, so you all will each have a turn to choose what you want to do based on the situation. It's early morning. It's spring still. It's, I think, currently May 20th. May is almost over now, right? We've gone through most of May at this point. It's been a hard month, little to no progress in the campaign, right? Only losses, usually. So today we'll start off with PETROLL. You're at base camp. You've got your spear in hands. You're a new crew member. Are you ready to move out and hunt some frogs, or do you have a different action in mind?
Yeah.
Okay. What about EMRYS the fighter? Are you ready to move out too? Spear and shield?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Ulysses, the magic user, you've got your silvered knife on your belt. Are you ready to just push outward as well?
First thing I want to do is find a club-like stick on the ground, cut it off with my knife, and give it to Junkie.
Okay.
Yeah, BOLOG loves that.
A club-like stick, so like a branch?
A little bit bigger than a branch, but not a log.
Well, I would say there's twigs, there's sticks, and there's branches, and there's logs. Do you know what's between a branch and a log?
Logs.
A branch and a log. Then I'll choose a branch.
And it's just a branch, right? Yeah. So
Yeah.
you want a branch? It's different from a stick. It's thicker, right? It's between a branch is
Yep.
between a stick and a log. So you're going for a branch.
Bulldog likes the branch,
Sounds
but
good.
a thick branch.
All right, cool.
And that'll be it. That'll be it for my turn.
Yep, you go out there, find yourself a branch to shave into a club. That could take hours. Or do you want to just pick up a branch?
I'll do it while we're walking.
Sure. Pekka, are you ready to move out too, or something else? You get your bow and arrows.
Yeah,
Looks like
I say we go to the North Hamlet though, because
the north one instead.
yeah, I feel like will become predictable if we just keep going
Keep
northwest.
trying the northwest one.
Because-
Yeah. Okay. So you're at the yeah, you're kind of at a base camp southeast of the northwest hamlet. So you're kind of between the southeast hamlet and the northeast hamlet, or not the northeast, but the north hamlet, the central north hamlet, which is northeast of you currently. So you suggest that the crew goes there instead, right? So you've got a different idea in mind. BOLOG, of course, I kind of heard from you. You kind of spoke during Ulysses' turn. Sounds like you're on board with Ulysses. Maybe you and him can work on getting yourself a branch so that you guys can shave into a club. Yeah. Do you plan
Bulldog
to?
takes a branch and creates into club.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a branch can be used like a club, but if you want to cut it down into a club, like a properly shaped club, it could take hours, right? That's and we're about to set out soon.
Do
so
they have hours for clubs?
Well,
Y'all have-
while we're marching, I'll get it to the point where she can wield it.
So
Does
the
that make
best
sense?
time to craft weapons is before the expedition and after. We're about to set out, so we're on the expedition. So if you're gonna stay back and
How long-
craft, you're gonna abandon the expedition, right?
No. I thought I could do
No.
it while we were walking.
Well, imagine if I
It's
took
okay.
a branch
Then
from your life
I
and
will
watched.
keep it raw, and I will continue walking.
It has the same function, right? Even if you shaved it down, the only nice part about shaving it down is the aesthetics, I guess, the feeling of it. It's just less weight, maybe, but otherwise it works the same.
Is it
whether you.
still the damage? Same damage?
Yeah, it does. Maybe not as
Then I
fast.
will keep the branch.
Yeah, so
I
it's
will
completely
continue
fine
marching.
without being shaved down. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, half the crew was ready to move out for the northwest. Pekka wants to go northeast, and two of the crew want to craft a club, or at least find not a club, but just find a branch. They were considering crafting, but they stopped that, realizing the party was pushing out already, right? So the new guys, they were trying to get better equipped, realizing maybe they're under equipped. I mean, they should have at least a little bit of gear to get the job done. Let's see. Well, given that we have a conflict of interest, we're going to go back down the list and see if everyone wants to just proceed with what they decided or want to change up their actions. Back to Patrol. Patrol, realizing that you are trying to push out northwest, but, only you and EMRYS are thinking about doing that. Do you want to wait around and wait for Ulysses and BOLOG to finish finding a branch? And Pekka is suggesting we go northeast instead. What do you think, Petrol? Do you want to go northeast instead?
I only trust EMRYS, so I'll do what she does.
Okay, EMRYS is a dude. EMRYS, do you want to make your way to the northwest hamlet anyway, or do you want to go with Pekka? You and him are the most experienced crew members, right? But you're 1 point more experienced than he is.
I'll go with Pekka.
Okay, you will like his idea. His, of course, reasoning was he doesn't want to be predictable about the next attack. So you and Pekka agree to go northeast. In that case, Patrol goes northeast too then. Pekka, do you want to stand your ground and continue northeast? Or do you want to change your move? Because you said to go northeast, they agree with you. So you're going to go northeast still? Pekka?
Yep.
Good to go. And just real quick though, they picked up a branch. It didn't take them long. We're in the middle of the woods. So Ulysses and BOLOG, after you guys get yourselves a branch, do you both want a branch or just BOLOG?
Just BOLOG. I'm gonna go with Pekka.
Okay, Pekka's
I
leading
want
the crew.
branch.
Looks like. Yep.
Branch. I will follow Pekka.
Sounds good. Yeah, your whole crew follows after Pekka, who is leading your crew northeast for the North Hamlet. As you kind of already been told, and your characters might know, right? the northern edge of Stavos was completely lost to the frog wars, right? The frogs have taken the northern settlements, right? They've all been abandoned, evacuated, and lost the frogs. You guys are leaving the base camp and making your way north, east toward the northern region of Stavos. Out there is another hamlet that's been abandoned and lost and ruined, right? So you're gonna go there, hopefully maybe find some monsters to kill and loot to take, right? So you are approaching from the, of course, southwest, moving northeast, and it's not long before you reach it, right? You're moving through these woods, pushing through a densely forested region of these of northern Stavos. During your march, we'll check for any signs of an encounter. Alright, unfortunately, we've got signs of an encounter up ahead. So, let's check if we're surprised. We're not surprised. They are. So, as you're moving through the woods, your party spots signs of the enemy up ahead, right? Since one side was surprised, the distance is close range. So, we're gonna check what that is. It's gonna be, I think, 1d4 times 10. And since we're in the forest, we'll go by feet instead of yards. Okay, so you were moving carefully through the woods for about 10 feet, or sorry, you were moving carefully through the woods, and at 10 feet, you stumble across, actually no, we'll do 10 yards. Your party stumbles across signs of the enemy. That being, you found hanging on the trees are a few of those frogs. They almost blended in super well, but your characters were careful. Many of you are eyes open, paying attention, and you spotted, of course, frogs high up in the trees. They look like they are in slumber, right? So they're sleeping up there in the trees. You guys spot them as you're moving through the woods. Checking the numbers real quick. Let's see. Basically, it's gonna be Wilderness Patrol. Okay, I think it's this number. All right, so we've got about 5 of them up there in the trees. This is a large encounter, right? About half of this crew is, this is kind of between, this is not too far away from the North Hamlet, right? You find these guys kind of resting. They're spread out along the border here. Actually, I'm going to cut this in half. Let's say plus 5, so we'll do 2. So 1 big, 1 small, 1 6-foot long giant frog resting up on a tree, and 1 3-foot long frog resting up on a tree. Okay, there could be more in the area, but those are the ones you currently see. This is along the southwestern edge of the hamlet, right? So they're kind of resting along the outskirts of the hamlet in the trees. Okay, so with that in mind, back to point man, which is Pekka, leading your crew through. Pekka, at 30 feet, you spot one of those frogs up high in the tree, right? So you're just moving through this jungle, and it's densely vegetated. It's the middle of spring, right? And then under the canopies, you actually realize and spot one of those huge slimy frogs just resting on the tree. Okay, it seems like it might be asleep at this time. What's your move?
I'll make a hand signal to everyone to shoot at it, and I'll try to shoot at the 3-foot one with my bow.
Sounds good. You signal to the crew, right, to fire on the frog. You're getting ready. Sounds good. And EMRYS, what's your move? You want to just ready spear and shield if they close in?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to be like at the front then? Prepared to intercept?
Yeah, I'll be in the front.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be in the front.
Patrol, do you want to like stand behind EMRYS, ready to stab behind her, from behind or beside her?
Yeah, and I'll throw a rock while I'm at it.
Okay, prepare to throw a rock. EMRYS, do you want to grab a... What's up?
Yeah, like I am going to throw a rock.
Yeah. EMRYS, to make yourself more useful, I mean, unless you want to just be ready for melee, if you can, if you want, also set your spear on a tree and pick up a rock to throw instead. Would you want to do that?
No.
No, just be ready for
I'll
melee.
just get ready for melee. Yeah.
Okay, very well. Ulysses, right? Your knife is on your belt. You've got nothing in your hands unless you want a stick to throw up at the frog up in the tree. Would you like that?
Can I throw 2 rocks? Oh no.
Imagine doing it in real life, throwing 2 rocks, right?
No,
the strength will be
that's
weaker
impossible.
for both
I'll just throw a rock.
Okay.
I'll throw a rock at one of them.
Yeah, you know how baseball works, right? So, all right, BOLOG.
Is it possible? I'm
what's
so
up?
sorry. Is it possible my friend can watch us?
Oh, they're welcome to spectate, but we're already mid-game, so they can't join mid-game.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Just watch.
Yeah, sure.
Just watch.
Yeah, as long as they're not a
Okay.
disturbance. Alright, but yeah, it's your move right now,
Shoot.
BOLOG. So, do you want to do the same, pick up a rock and get ready to throw it? Or do you want to just stand around and do nothing? Or something else? Hello, Shay, you're welcome to spectate. Alright, Junkie? BOLOG, what's your move?
I watch as everyone else attacks them and spectates and wait for command.
You were given a command, but you will just stand there and wait for a command. Alright,
Yes,
Uh,
I will wait for strong command.
very well.
I feel like it's just not ready yet.
Good to go. Shooters, roll the hit, 1d20 each. That's going to be PEKKA, PETROLL, and ULYSSES, right? Go ahead and open fire. Also, targets. PETROLL, do you want to fire at the smaller one or the bigger one? Also, I just realized we're out of range. For the rock throwers, you can get ready to throw a rock, but you realize that they're still high up in the trees. So even if you throw a rock up there, you're out of range for an effective throw. If that makes sense.
I've got a 17 income.
Well, actually, wilderness is different, so we can go by yards, I think, in the wilderness. Yeah, I think we do go by yards, so we should be fine. Never mind. Disregard. Roll anyway. Let's see. You said 17? Okay, that's good.
Yep.
What about Ulysses? Ulysses, who was your target? Small
I got-
frog or
I got
giant?
an eight. I was aiming for the big guy.
Okay, the 6 foot. All right. What about Patrol? Big or small?
Small. I got 4.
Okay. All right. Unfortunate. Let's see. All right. So it looks like only one of you managed to hit. Pekka, you fired on the small one. Go ahead and roll damage. It's gonna be yep, a d6 with the short bow. You lose 1 arrow from this shot, and you dealt 3 damage. Let's see if it's a kill or not. Rolling. Nope.
Oh my god.
It's 3 to 4 feet. It's pretty, maybe a 4-foot one. Maybe that's why. You shot it in the back, right? It was resting, and that arrow goes into its back, and blood spurts out. And that thing, of course, reacts. And at this point, after being hit, this is very hostile action. It's gonna, of course, make a morale check, right? If someone got shot, are they gonna be brave to immediately push back and fight, or are they gonna withdraw and take cover or something, right? So I'm gonna make a morale check for it. It failed. As soon as it got hit, it climbed further up the tree, and like jumped, into like the branches higher up where you couldn't really see it anymore, right? So it's fleeing. It's going higher and up in the canopy, because right now it's starting. It was 30 feet from you, from the forest floor, distance-wise, distance-wise, like laterally, and then of course vertically, of course, like height-wise, it was 30 feet up as well. Did the other one wake up from that shot? It was an arrow, so I'm gonna roll to see if, because an arrow is quiet, but the rocks are also quiet too, technically. I'm gonna say that there's a 2 in 6 chance it does not wake up from that, because you guys haven't made too much noise yet, right? So, because arrows, the whistling sound of an arrow, maybe it just didn't hear it. It's also asleep. So again, I'm gonna say there's a 2 in 6 chance it remains asleep. Okay, so 1 or 2 stays asleep despite the sounds of missile fire. All right, it does wake up. And of course, it's gonna possibly, it wasn't threatened, so it's gonna make a wereaction. It wakes up, and we're gonna see its reaction to the sound of missile fire. Okay, its reaction is in favor to your crew, which means, like the other one, it does like it hears the sound and wakes up and starts to climb further up the tree, right? So it disappears. So both of them wake up. They both climb further up in the tree. The 2 who threw rocks at the bigger one didn't get close to it at all. Basically, threw it up in the branches and missed. And that big one woke up and climbed deep or further up the tree. So now they disappear. They're higher up in the tree, and you can imagine you're in the middle of this like dense forest. These trees could be anywhere from 30 to 90 feet tall, right? Some are bigger than others, some are smaller, right? So they're climbing some kind of middle ground tree or something, maybe, it's up to 60. At that point, they're high up in the trees, really hard to see, right? Yeah, they get away. Do you guys want to wait around for them, or combat was disengaged, right? So going back to the list, do you guys want to? Well, we're still possibly in an encounter because enemy are near. So
Gotta stealth. I got a stealth. I'm just saying I got a stealth.
All right, BOLOG suggests
Do we
to.
need to attack them?
We're gonna go down the list.
Yeah. Okay. So Pekka, your point man, your first move. Right after you get your shot off, what's your next move?
Can I look at the trees and see what direction they're going? Are they going towards
They went
other
up the
Hamlet,
tree.
Northwest Hamlet? Or,
No, they're not moving
like,
tree to
can
tree.
we
They
see-
went further up the trees they were on. Like they disappeared up the trees they were
Oh.
on. Right.
And they're still up there, right?
Yeah,
Assumingly?
there's.
Can we not see any rustling?
You don't. Yeah, you can hear the wrestling. They might be moving tree to tree at this point, but they climbed upward first before they did that. Right.
But is there still any kind of movement we can spot to get a general idea of direction they're going?
Unfortunately, once they get past what you already can see, like further up in the trees, there's too many leaves and branches in the way to tell, right? So they're definitely up there somewhere.
What
now
time
they're
of
moving.
year is it?
It's
Goes to
spring.
start
It's
how?
like late spring. It's like early summer. It's May 20th, right? So it's really densely green and vegetated at this point. So you're looking up into a jungle, basically, high up in the canopies. At this point, you can't even tell where they're moving. They could be moving over your crew, right? They could be moving tree to tree to get over your crew, or tree to tree to get away from your crew, or they might just stay there. Who knows, right? They're not going to tell you. So, given that situation, Pekka, you're thinking and hesitant on what to do next. So we're going to skip you and go on to patrol. Patrol, as Pekka's figuring out what to do, it's your turn. So, do you want to just wait around and wait for commands or something, or?
I have a spear pointed outwards,
Okay.
and I'm going continue my way to the hamlet at half the speed.
Okay. Push on to the hamlet at half speed. So, crouch movement, tree to tree toward the hamlet.
Yeah.
Spear upward. Yeah. Okay. Eyes up on the canopies as you advance. Let's see. Onward. EMRYS, it's your turn. So as Pekka kind of is figuring out what to do next and Patrol was pushing forward carefully, EMRYS, do you want to follow Patrol? Do you want to wait for Pekka or something else?
I'll follow patrol.
Very well. You want to follow it the same way he does, like eyes on the tree or the canopies. Spear pointed up. Careful crouch movement northeast.
Yeah.
Okay, very well.
Yeah.
Ulysses, Pekka is of course point man. He's halting and figuring out the situation a little bit. The other two are carefully advancing northeast. Do you want to go with the other two? Do you want to go with Pekka or something else?
I'll take out my knife and I will follow Patrol watching forward. They're looking up, so I'll watch forward.
Sounds good. Okay, back to BOLOG. BOLOG, most of the crew is advancing carefully northeast. Two are eyes on the canopy, one's forward. Pekka's figuring out the situation. Do you want to follow Pekka, or do you want to stay with Pekka? Do you want to follow the rest of the crew or something else?
I want to follow through the crew, but I want to completely equip my shield and and be in the full sacrifice, like on top, like full
In the
tanking
front.
on top.
Gotcha.
In
Okay,
front
move
line.
toward the front, yeah.
I want to be in front line.
All right, yep. You figure it out. You make your way toward the front with your shield and such. Good to go. Back to Pekka. Most of the crew is advanced to this point. You had some time to think. What's your move?
I mean, these are like 6-foot giant frogs, right? Like, are you sure there's no way we could have watched them run up the tree and like, seen any kind of movement as they jump from tree to tree?
You can kind of see the trees are shaking a bit, and they're moving in your direction, perhaps. Or actually, let me double check. Yeah, they're moving in your direction. Hostile possible attack. So they're moving over your crew, right? You can tell. Like you can barely tell it, but you kept your eyes on there and just stay put, and you can kind of like see leaves falling from the upper trees, and the leaves that are falling are getting closer and closer, right? Branches and twigs snapping, right? Falling down. And the
Okay,
sticky
well,
and stealthy movement of the frogs.
I'm gonna get to between Star and BOLOG and shout they could be coming and keep a look upon the trees. Try to see if we can shoot at one. Maybe spot one.
Okay, so
I
you.
have a question, Ekin, real quick. Is bracing an action? Like, can I brace for an attack to attack after they attack or something like that?
Yes.
Oh, can I actually change my action to that?
On your turn, you can change your action. So.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I guess we'll talk.
All right. We're not currently in a combat technically anymore. But if we were in a combat, by the way, guys, your turn order is closed, right? So that means if you use your turn to ask a question, that will count as your action. All right. Pekka, though, of course, you kept your eyes up there. You're making forward observations still on the canopy, and you're maybe recalling your crew, telling them to get ready. But
Well,
back.
no, I'm
Alright.
like I'm immediately running to Star and BOLOG and
Okay.
Emerson.
And what do you do?
Tell them to prepare.
Okay, you run up toward them, tell them to get ready, and as you do that, Patrol, you and EMRYS were carefully pushing forward. Ulysses and BOLOG pushed past you to get toward the front, so that Ulysses could be forward observer and BOLOG could protect him with his shield. And as you guys did that, in the midst of this movement, and as you are all doing that too, Pekka would be starting to chase after you guys. But before he really gets closer to you guys, you have a situation at hand. As you're moving forward, above you in the canopies, you can hear grotesque, deep, echoing croaking. Right? And it sounds disgusting. It sounds almost human, but also frog, right? And it just kind of angrily echoes throughout the canopies and the trees, and then you hear more croaking from more distant trees north and east of your position. So you can hear them croaking, ribbit, 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 right? And just like multiple croaks throughout the woods, right? From various directions, mainly north and east, so further out along the perimeter of the hamlet, right? As you hear this, Patrol, do you want to continue your careful advance or something else?
Yeah.
Okay. And EMRYS, do you want to continue your careful advance with Patrol?
Yeah.
All right.
Wait, can I clarify? When I heard those croakings warnings,
You will hear them once you get to these guys, but like,
You're moving away?
okay.
I'm running away.
So, Ulysses, yeah, based on the situation, as these two continue to carefully advance from behind you, and BOLOG, did you want to continue the careful advance northeast or something else?
I'm puffing my chest. I'm going forward.
It's
I'm
Ulysses'
puffing
turn.
it.
Ulysses' turn.
It's my turn. Okay. How far are we into the forest?
What do you-
Just like we're fully in the forest,
You've
or
been in the
we walked
forest.
10 feet into the forest, heard about because you never told us how far we went from the hamlet.
You mean from base camp? You left the
Yeah,
base
yeah,
camp
yeah.
earlier. You're about
So
a mile away.
a mile away. Okay, so we're a mile into the
Or
forest.
sorry, not mile.
I'm
0.5 miles away, half a mile out. You're about to reach the North Hamlet. Remember, you guys reached the perimeter of the North Hamlet.
Yeah. I'll stick my ground with the rest of them, bracing for an attack. My knife is in my hand, and I'm fucking ready. And I'm like third in line. So Junkie's in front.
You're
Star's
actually
in front, and then
okay.
I'm behind them.
All right, you fall back then. Yeah, because you were forward observer earlier, so you were at the front. Now you're falling
I don't
back.
want to be a forward observer without a shield.
Okay. Yeah, BOLOG, you're at the front still. You can hear all this croaking now. The other two are behind you, carefully advancing. Ulysses is backing out of here. He's going toward the rear.
I'm puffing my chest. I'm clenching my leg club
Okay.
and my shield, and I'm like going straight in, but I'm going cautiously, so I'm steadily.
BOLOG, would you
walking.
say you're bracing?
I'm not bracing, okay?
Okay,
Like I am like
okay.
I'm not meat shielding, but I am also very cautious over holding my shield.
Good to go. You are brave. Your chest is puffed up. You are advancing with your shield ahead. All right. Just want to clarify. Maybe I forgot to mention this at the start of the game. I only mentioned how to win the game, but there's a way to lose. If you die, there are consequences, right? Not just you don't get to play anymore and you're out of the game because you're dead, but there are consequences that will cause the rest of the crew to suffer, the ones who want to play and survive, right? It will get harder and worse for them, right? Of course, they can keep on playing despite the losses, but it just makes the game harder and harder every time someone dies. So just bear that in mind. There are consequences to being brave and dying, right? Okay, but if you're brave and you're confident that you will win, then that's good. Pekka, back to you. You are on your way to warn EMRYS and Patrol to prepare for an attack. You hear the croaking halfway through your advance, of course. You get to them and then you immediately decide to start running away, or what's your move from there, Pekka?
Well, yeah, they hear like communications off
Right.
in the distance as well. Yeah, I'm running.
Distant croaks. Okay, they're communicating. So you start running back to base camp southwest of here. Retreat.
Yeah, they're like so they're east. So the croaks coming from
Yeah.
start running back to base camp. Not the exact route, I guess. So let the party be. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Just be running straight south. Yeah.
All right, yep,
go.
you're running straight south, not directly toward base camp, but maybe toward town at this point, toward the Fort Stavos. So you're running through the jungle at this point, just trying to get
Wait,
out of
no,
there.
not actually. Wait, sorry, look. I guess a bit south and then towards base camp. Yeah,
Okay,
like,
so
not directly towards Stavis.
Yeah, just not all the way. You're just starting south, and you'll eventually go west, southwest, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, so you push south since you can hear them directly east and north of you, and you want to get out of here. Of course, you go south. Yeah, Patrol and EMRYS, the croaking is very loud above you, so you can tell that those ones from earlier are directly above you croaking at the ones farther out. And the ones farther out, you can hear the croaks getting closer and closer, right? So they're kind of maybe regrouping or reinforcing the position before they attack. So Patrol, as you're moving northeast, closer and closer to the hamlet, you're about to reach the hamlet. The hamlet is at this point, let me check out the distance from here to the hamlet. It's currently, let's see, 10 plus 3, so we'll say 130 feet out. So you're moving through the trees. The hamlet's 130 feet out. Every turn that you advance carefully with your crouched movement rate, which your characters or your party's movement collectively is a light footman crew, which means you guys can basically run at the speed of 30 feet per round or 10 seconds, and you can carefully advance or walk for half that speed, I think. So your run is 30, your walk is 20, your walk might be around 75% of your run speed, so that's going to be about like around 20 something, 25 maybe, I'm not sure. But for surely, of course, your 15 is your crouch half speed, right? So if you want to crouch and have your speed, which is what you're doing currently, it will take you about 10 rounds, or in other words 150 seconds to sneak up to the hamlet, right, to get to the first building, which from here you can see the first building on the southwestern edge of the hamlet is a residential building, a burgo, right? A little like fenced off house over there, right? So this is the first house or building you're approaching. Do you want
What's
to
the
continue?
distance between me and the ending of the woods or the trees?
Where it clears out for the village, I'd say about almost the same distance as that building, right? So the building is surrounded by woods. Maybe about, instead of 150 out, it's 120. So you'll reach the clearing at 120. So that's going to be in about, based on your speed of movement, instead of 10 rounds, it might take you about 8 rounds to get to the edge of the forest, northeast.
Okay. Yeah, I'll start sprinting at this point. And
Okay.
I'll start screaming, like roaring as I go through.
Your sprint is 90 feet, so you can actually close the distance pretty quick if you go full sprint.
Yeah.
All right, so instead of a run or a jog, you do a full sprint, right? You start stepping it out, okay? And you start yelling. So Patrol is yelling and stepping out. He's sprinting toward the clearing, which is, again, instead of 120 feet out, it's 100 feet out, and he can sprint at the speed of 90 feet in 10 seconds. So he's doing a mad dash for the clearing, right? So as Patrol, begins dashing for the clearing, EMRYS, do you want to chase after him or something else? And he's yelling too.
Chase after him.
Do you want to yell too with him, or do you want to just chase after him?
Just chase after him.
Very well. And then Ulysses, given that these two are, you were backed up at first, you were backing up toward the rear, but these two in the front or near the front, not BOLOG's in the front, but these two who are behind him sprint past him and go for the clearing of the woods,
Yep.
right? They're going toward the hamlet. You want to chase after them?
I'll sprint and yell.
Okay, sprint
my
after
knife
them. Yeah.
out.
All right. And then BOLOG, do you want to do the same? You want to start charging, sprinting with the rest of the crew, or something else?
I want to go full on sprint, like full on marathon. Like I want to protect them.
Okay, the 4 of you sprint off toward the hamlet. PEKKA begins running south. All right, I'm gonna roll the reaction.
More southwest-ish, sure.
Southwest. Okay, they're gonna react.
Not exactly. Yeah, but yeah, you get what I mean.
Sure. The 2 that were with us at the beginning, they're gonna react to PEKKA first. Neutral reaction. They would do as they would normally do when they see a person running away. And then, of course, when they see the 4 of you running toward the hamlet, the reaction is hostile possible attack. So they're doing, I mean, they don't like what you're doing, and if you continue to do it, they'll probably attack you, right? So they see you running toward the village or the hamlet, and they actually give chase. So Pekka, as soon as you run off southwest, it sounds like they're not coming after you. You see the shifting branches above, they're pushing after you, the rest of your crew. So those 2 giant frogs are likely pushing northeast after your crew who are sprinting
Yeah, I'll
off.
head back to base camp.
And you just give up completely. You just desert your team. It would be considered desertion. If they want, they could report you as a deserter, right?
No, I don't
Since
think
it
I'll
was
do
a
that
full
shuffle.
retreat. Okay. So, yeah, desertion is when you leave, and of course, your leaving is a liability for your crew. In this case, I mean, if you ordered them to retreat with you and they chose not to, maybe it might be judged differently, but you still are running away technically, rather than pushing out to do the job, the mission you were tasked with, right? So you're abandoning your crew, you're running back for the base. And back to the rest of you, the 4 of you who pushed out northeast for the hamlet. You hear the movement of the trees above you in the canopies. It's a lot slower because they have to move tree to tree through all the branches and canopy and leaves. So they are slowed, so you're able to get to the clearing way faster than they can, of course, keep up. And you can hear those eastern and northern frogs from the distance, right? They are recoursing so that they can still reach you, right? But you reach the clearing, you're out in the hamlet now, so you're not in the trees anymore, right? And out here, do you want to just hold your ground, or what's next? Starting with patrol.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like 20, 30 feet away from the trees. I'll hold my ground. I'll have a rock ready. I don't really want to be close to a building, maybe. So,
Okay, so let me give you an idea. The trees are about 30 feet from the closest building. So if you're 15 feet from the trees, you're 15 feet from the building. Does that make sense?
yeah, I'll do that. 15 feet.
Okay.
Just make sure I'm in an open spot, you know?
All right. Yep. So that's where you stop and stand your ground. BOLOG, do you want to do the same? Group up with patrol, prepare for combat.
I'm taking command with him.
What was that?
Sorry. I'm even right.
Okay, we can come back to you.
I'm taking command with him.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Ulysses, what's your move?
I'm going to do the same thing, except I will ready a rock.
Very well. EMRYS, do you want to stand at patrol side or something else?
I'll stand on patrol side and just get ready
Okay.
to kill.
And understand the situation. Is this where you want to die today? Let's see. So, back to BOLOG.
Flip, yeah.
Yep.
Flip,
Okay, you're all on board. You stand your ground. All right, and PEKKA left. All right. You hold your ground. You're in the clearing. You've got a job to do, and the first ones to reach you, of course, were the ones directly southwest of you or chasing you through the woods. I'm gonna roll the reaction to you guys being out in the clearing. They're not sure. They will react normally how they normally would react. They will croak from the trees. How they would normally react, of course, is they've got a job, they've got a goal. Their goal is to consume. And given that you guys are out there, they're not maybe sure of how to consume you now. Instead, they might, those ones are not sure. They just kind of wait. They're croaking. I'm going to see if they're brave enough to come out and reveal themselves. They are brave. So those 2 to the southwest do reveal themselves. They come out toward the edge of the tree line. They're on a tree that's like really close to you now. You can see them, so they're kind of peeking from down the canopy, right? They crawl down the tree. You can see them. They can see you clearly. When you guys see them, do you want? They're still too far to throw. Well, actually, no. You can still throw rocks. I'd say out in the wilderness again, it's yards instead of feet. So 30 yards is the max range you can throw. So 30 yards again is 90 feet throw. So they're within range if you want to toss rocks at them. But that would guarantee hostility on your side, right? You guys would
That's fine.
initiate. You want to throw rocks as soon as you see them.
Well, it depends who goes first. It depends who goes first.
So do you want to throw rocks or no, Patrol?
I will.
Is it his turn?
Yeah, Patrol is throwing rocks, and then
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ulysses throwing rocks. So the whole crew is throwing rocks at this point. Yeah. Except EMRYS. EMRYS, do you want to throw rocks with them?
Nah.
No, you just stand your ground, shield and spear. Okay, so yeah, when they crawl down, so that they are visible to you, and you are visible to them. They climb down so that they have, they're kind of still in the branches, They still have some coverage and concealment. They just crawl down far enough so they can clearly see you, right? And you can somewhat see them. But you have no cover and no concealment. And as soon as you see them, you start tossing your rocks. If you chose to throw a rock, go ahead and roll a d20 in the playbook post. Roll the hit. Misfire. All right. Misfire. Okay.
Roll me that wrong.
And then Junkie, you're next. Or you're last to roll, it looks like.
Roll d20.
Slash roll space 1d20.
Let's roll D
Yep.
20.
20. That's right.
20.
Not 20.
Hell yeah! Hell
shot.
yeah! Oh, fuck yeah!
Okay.
Sorry.
Nice, nice, nice. So the big one is the one that came down to look at you guys. And you got him in the face, right? So you threw up at him a rock and it strikes him, you know, right in the face if you want. It's a hard hit, but technically this guy's huge and strong. And even though it's a headshot, it has little to no effect on him. It's just a rock. So, oh wait, you got lucky. It was a decent hit. The 6 foot is a skinny, hungry-looking frog. He looks like that hit definitely stunned him a bit. You can tell, right? You hit him in the face, and he kind of like shakes from that, or wobbles from that hit, and like tries to grab and grip on the tree a little harder from that after that hit. So that was a pretty good hit actually, but it wasn't enough to kill him yet. Let's see. That was a total of 2 damage, because a rock deals 1 damage and you got nat 20, so it's double damage, so 2 damage. Let me see if you're strong. If you're strong, you get a bonus. Alright, you're not strong, you're average. So, alright, but you got a good hit in there. And right after you hit him, that is hostility. Okay, so that hostility will initiate a morale check to see if he's brave enough to push out and fight you, or if he's gonna maybe defend or retreat at this point. So I'm gonna see how he reacts to this hostility. Combat, right? He will fight. So he begins leaping down from the 30-foot jump. Frogs, of course, can leap and, you know, not take a lot of damage. This is just how their body works, right? So they leap down from the trees and go for the attack, right? They leap down into your crew, and you guys can brace your weapons at this point. Like I think one of you already braced. It was EMRYS. She was ready, or he was ready to brace. So after he gets hit, he you know, recovers. As he recovers, of course, well, he got hit. He like shakes it off and is about to jump on your crew. And as he's about to jump on your crew, you all can keep throwing rocks, or you can ready your spears at this point. The other smaller one also crawls down and is you know, is crawling down quickly and getting ready to jump down as well. And you can hear the other ones to the north and the east are about to arrive. It sounds like, right? They're climbing down their trees. They're kind of leaping down the trees and kind of leaping toward your crew, right? Like quickly, like frog crawling toward your crew, right? So the other ones have arrived. They kind of were buying. These two are kind of buying time for them. But yeah, to start off, you realize that you're surrounded to the northwest, southwest, southeast, right? So let's say this is your crew, right? And let's say these are the frogs, just to represent their positions. Okay. Let me grab another character token. One moment. Alright, so we got frogs in from the northwest, southwest, southeast, right? You got the village to your northeast, okay? This is your crew, okay? So the closest to you, of course, is the southwest. They're on the advance. They're leaping down. As they leap, of course, you can get another throw in or prepare to brace and stab. Real quick, back to Steven. You're welcome to take your leave now. You dropped out of the expedition. It sounds like you're gonna get back to base and survive. So you can stay and spectate if you want and do post game later. But otherwise, yeah, you dropped out of the expedition. It's just these guys left. All right, so let's see. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, as the leap down from the tree or climb/leap. Rock throwers, roll another d20 if you want to rock throw. If you don't want to rock throw and brace yourself for melee, that's fine too. All right, so Ulysses, did you want to brace for melee, or do you want to toss a rock as they're leaping toward you?
I want to run towards the house and try to get inside.
Okay.
See, where's the door? Where's the door on this house? So
the door is toward the northeast, more than likely, from what you can tell. I mean, right now you're seeing the backyard of the house, the fenced off area, right? Bit of a workshop.
Is there a window?
There might be some windows. It's a medieval house though. Most medieval houses didn't really have like normal windows.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just brace.
Okay. That's gonna, of course, you're in the midst of combat. That's gonna be considered hesitation, right? So you kind of went toward the house for a moment, and then you went back toward your crew, bracing your weapon instead. So your knife, right?
I'll just shoot in the back.
Okay. But yeah, you're an experienced crew member. You already know the cost of not being ready. So, let's see. Next turn is gonna be patrol.
How I view it is I looked over at the house real quick, turned around and braced.
Yep, but the frog already knows what it's doing, right? So he's not gonna wait for you to figure that out.
Okay.
So, all right, patrol, it's your turn. You know, right after you threw your rock, did you want to just prepare your spear after that, or something else?
Yeah.
Okay. And then EMRYS, it's your turn. You were already braced. Do you want to remain braced or something else?
Remain braced.
Okay, spear ready, pointing up. Okay, BOLOG, after you threw your rock, do you want to ready your shield and your branch or something else?
BOLOG keeps on shield. No pushing.
Very well. Okay. So, yep, here they come. The first one is the big guy. He was first to leap down in your crew. He's going to pick a target, and before he can really pick, you guys are going to intercept him with your spears, right? So, yeah, before he even reaches a target that he might choose, you guys protect your ranks and spear at him, right? So, spear thrusters. Otherwise, you can choose to ready your spear against the other one, right? But I'm assuming you're going to ready it against the big guy who's first to leap down. Or do you guys want to... So, yeah, EMRYS, mainly it's EMRYS and Patrol and EMRYS. Did you prepare your spear against the one leaping down right now, or do you want to wait for the smaller one? So, just double checking. Patrol, are you aiming your spear toward the big guy, or waiting for the smaller guy?
Yeah, the one that's
Leaping at this time?
closest one to jump.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then just double checking EMRYS, do you want to wait for the smaller one who's on the way still, or do you want to just brace against the one that's leaping down on your crew?
The one that's leaping down.
Okay, very well. Both of you roll to hit 1d20. Hit. And another one. We need EMRYS's. Miss. Okay. Patrol, roll damage 1d6. Okay. And I'm going to count this as a skewer, right? He jumps down onto your spear, therefore you're going to double damage. So go ahead and do another d6, right? He jumped down from about 30-ish feet onto your spear. It doesn't always work this way, but at this time it will. He jumps down aggressively, and he's not very careful about the jump. He just jumps toward your spear, and you skewer him on it for a total of 7 damage, okay? Let's see, that should be a kill. The big one dies on your spear. He's 6 feet long, so you kind of stab into him in the face area. He falls, and you're gonna do a, because he dies against your spear though, and I gave you that double damage to skewer him. There's a chance your spear breaks or gets stuck in him. To find out, you're gonna roll a trap check. A 2 in 6 chance means that your spear is trapped in there. All right. So right after you stabbed him in the ground, you slammed him down to the floor with your spear in him, and you ripped your spear out cleanly, right? So it was a clean kill. It didn't get stuck or break, right? So you got your spear back. So yeah, you quickly stabbed him in the throat, and then brought him down to the ground, right? Quickly, and then ripped your spear out, ready for the next attack. But as you guys,
Does that mean he's ready for the next guy? Or
no, that does not mean no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready for his next attack that he will take, but doesn't mean he's ready for the next guy, because the next guy's already doing something. All right. Yeah, so the other guy, of course, right after you guys thrusted or braced and then thrusted at that first guy, the other guy came around and jumped down too, right? And he jumped down. You guys weren't really ready for him because you were trying to deal with that first guy, and he comes flying right after you guys got your first brace. He gets past your spears then, of course, and you try to get ready for him, but fortunately you've got other guys in your line ready to fight him. Like, let's see, we've got ULYSSES and BOLOG. BOLOG was more ready than ULYSSES. Yeah, so BOLOG, go ahead and you're first to hit, and then ULYSSES, of course, turns around and gets ready to swing as well. He comes in a little later. So yeah, your first strike, BOLOG. You want to swing down on him with your branch? Is that what you say?
No, I want to smack them down. I want to full on
Oh, smack him
like
to the ground.
like your neck.
Oh, sure. Yeah, you want to grab him and slam him to the ground. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically.
You've got to make physical contact with him. You've got a high chance to hit when it comes to that, because you're not trying to stab into a weak point and strike him.
No, I want to use my stunk thingies.
Yeah, so you have a good chance to hit him. So roll a d20 to get your grippers on him.
I got you.
What was it again?
1d20 slash roll space 1d20.
Roll slash D20. Come on.
Nice
Come
hit.
on.
All right, you got hands on.
15!
This is the smaller
Let's
one.
go!
It's a 3-foot long frog, and now you're gonna do a force doors check, right? The force doors check allows you to exert yourself to forcibly slam him down to the ground. If you fail this roll, it just means that you normally slam him to the ground. You weren't able to forcibly slam him down. So it's your normal body weight
So,
pushing against him.
Rolls
D6, yep,
slash roll.
yep. Slash roll
I-
space 1d6 this time. Yeah, d6.
D.
Yeah.
Oh. Roll. D6.
And if you're forceful, you can also do damage. But if you're not forceful,
It's not letting me.
you have to do a d6. Slash
One
roll
more,
space
one more.
1d6.
Roll. D6.
Yes. No.
You're doing a D and then a space and
Don't-
then a 6. You have to do D6.
Okay. Okay. Slash.
Okay. Slash roll
Slash
space
R,
1d6. Okay.
D6.
Wait, you guys are speaking at the same time. I have to sex it. Like,
Okay.
roll.
Slash roll space 1d6.
Roll slash D.
Here, I'll do an example.
It's
Just-
giving me like a weird
It's
situation.
typing a slash after the slash. Don't do a second slash. Jump.
slash roll
No, I'm
space
not,
bar
I'm not.
1d6.
I'm not. I'm genuinely not. It's saying die. I'm doing slash roll
Space bar
1D.
1d6.
Yeah. I'm literally doing that.
You're doing what I posted?
Yeah. It's just not letting me.
Let me look at it because it shows the picture of what you're doing. So I'm gonna click on it.
I
and see.
will do it. Steven, I will do it. Okay, we got it.
Okay, yeah. What you were doing was you were
Yeah.
doing slash roll space dice colon 6.
Oh.
You see that? That's the difference.
Did I get full?
You got 3, so that's a fail. So basically you're still able to slap. You still got your grip on him. You still
I thought
pull
you
him to
said
the
it was
ground.
I thought it was a 2 and 6. You said it was a 2 and 6. Okay?
She got a 3. That's not a 2.
Oh, I thought 1 and 2 were the fail. Okay.
1 and 2 is
okay.
success. It's like a force doors check.
Gotcha.
All right. So she was able to take him down to the ground and hold him. So she's got her grip on it, right? And she brought him to the ground, and she tried to be forceful, but of course, instead of being forceful, she only was able to, because it's struggling, she wasn't able to force it down, right? It's still struggling, so it's not an automatic success. It's wriggling, right? So she brought it down to the ground. She grabbed it, or he grabbed it, brought it down to the ground, and it's gonna try to break free. It can resist, right? So it's gonna try to wriggle out. So here comes its own force doors check. And it couldn't. It's still wriggling in her hands, right? And as it wriggles, and she's got this thing pinned down, right? You can hear the other ones. The other ones are crawling toward your crew, but I'm gonna make a morale check for them because you guys got a first kill. Okay. All right, and that's a 7. We'll check the morale score of the giant frogs. One moment.
Y'all, your morale score sucks.
Okay, so it looks like morale score of 9. They are really they're real killers. They don't give a fuck, right? So they continue charging the position anyway, despite the sight of one of their own being skewered, right? They don't care. They charge forward. It's only a total of 3 more approaching. Basically, we've got 1 small to the north, 1 big to the north, 1 small to the east. And that's a total of 3 more on their way, right? Crawling toward your crew from the trees, right? They're closing the gap. Right after that last one got pulled down to the ground, of course, Ulysses, it's your turn. You moved in there, and as it's being held down, you can stomp its head. You can execute it.
Yep, I will definitely do that.
You're in your possession a knife, so you want to just shove the knife through its skull. Just
Can I
or you want to
try
just curb
to
stomp
like
him.
grab its head and slice its neck?
You want to grab it from BOLOG, who has it pinned down at the
No,
moment?
no. I just want to like steady it so I don't
Oh yeah,
stab myself.
add your own body weight to it. Yeah, sure. He's
Yeah.
got his body weight on it. It's currently stuck because a man is way heavier than a 3 foot long frog. 3 foot long frog is
Yeah.
the size of a dog, so he's holding it down at this moment, right? So BOLOG, you are doing it as a normal man would normally be able to hold something down. The roll that you did earlier was to see if you were exceptionally aggressive against it. If you were able to overpower it and stop it from resisting, and that means that you were able to not just hold it down, but to crush it under your weight and kill it possibly. Earlier, because it was struggling, that's why you had to roll to see if you actually were able to just take him down at the same time kill him, right? But because he's struggling, we rolled to see if he resists the struggle. He was able to keep resisting. And now Ulysses is here. He puts his own weight on there, and now he's like completely stuck. And then Ulysses, what did you want to do after you held him
I
down?
want to stab into it. I want to stab
I wanna-
into it and gut
Okay.
it pretty much.
We want to crush his head.
Well,
Crush his head.
He's down. If you want to
No,
gut it, you'll have to
no.
turn it over. He's currently
No. I mean, I just stab my knife into
Okay,
it and
yeah.
pull my knife down.
Yep, just
Yeah,
good
crush
stab
his
in
head
there.
in.
Yep, you stabbed his head and you ripped your knife out and blood spurts out of its head and it like croaks and cries like right, and it dies. But as you finish killing it, the other 3 are making their approach, and now we can ready ourselves for the other 3, right? So back to looks like we're winning. Back to let's see, EMRYS, right? So EMRYS, unfortunately, when you stabbed at that first guy, right, you readied your spear, you're steady, and he managed to push past your spear, and but then unfortunately your fellow crew member took him down, right? So he kind of pushed you out of the way. You kind of got staggered for a second, but now you realize there are more on the way, right? One to your direct east, crawling over to you. It's a small one. One small to the northwest and one big to the northwest. Which flank do you want to prepare yourself? Unless you want to just start running away. What's your move?
I'll go for the one on the east.
The small one to the east? Okay, you ready yourself for him.
Yeah.
He's crawling toward you.
Mhm.
And then, of course, we're going to go to Patrol. Patrol, you got 2 northwest of your position, 1 small, 1 big. You want to get ready for them or something else?
How far away are they?
They are equal distance to the east ones as well. So they're within 1 round away. So this round, they'll reach you. They're running. Last round, they were running over to you, right? This round, they're going to move and attack, right?
So if I don't brace right now, I'm not gonna have a chance to do that. So
Yeah,
I'll
they're not
brace.
jumping. They're just on the ground level with you guys. They're just crawling over to you guys at full speed.
Yeah.
Frog crawl. Yeah, just ready yourself. Just hold the line.
Yeah.
Okay, very well. All right. Back to BOLOG. You can get off the frog that you just crushed under your weight with Ulysses, and you can ready yourself against the enemy flank or the enemy ranks. We have 2 northwest and 1 to the east or southeast. Do you want to help? Which flank do you want to help, or what do you want to do? What's your move?
Who's the people I'm trying to help?
So we got 2 frogs northwest. We got 1 frog each in your crews here in the middle. We got one of our guys watching east. We got 1 guy
in
watching
this
northwest. I think the one that we want to focus on for you maybe might be to help with the larger group. Because I hope
what?
EMRYS can handle himself to the 1 smaller guy east.
got it. BOLOG got it.
So-
Let's go for the big wang with the big frickin' shield.
Sounds good. You're readying yourself northwest then. Ulysses, do you want to
I'm
also
going
do
northwest.
northwest? Or
Yes, I will also brace the northwest.
okay, so you guys will stay behind the spearmen, right, and ready for yourselves in case they get past his spear. You will close in and fight, right, defend him. But yeah, the 2 of you are beside Patrol, right? You're right beside him. He's got a spear forward, ready to keep them at bay. Okay, we'll start with the EMRYS, the 1 small frog crawling up to you. Roll the hit, 1d20. If you miss this guy, he's gonna get past you and do horrible things, right? So make sure you hit. Roll a d20. All right, you missed. So he gets past your spear and jumps onto you, and let's see how this goes. All right, the first one is a talent attack. Hit. He jumps onto EMRYS, past EMRYS' spear and shield, and dug into EMRYS for 1d2 damage. Let's check out the damage. Okay, 1d2, odds is 1, evens is 2. Evens, all right, so it's 2 damage, okay? So he smashed EMRYS to the ground, dug its talons deep in EMRYS' ribs, and EMRYS is bleeding and, moderately wounded condition, right? Half hit points left. and then it goes in for its bite, right? So it's aggressive and it's fast. These guys are super aggressive, super fast and slimy. He slams you to the ground, starts chewing on you too, right? Tries to get his mouth around you. Let's see if it's a hit. It's a miss. You're struggling far or hard enough for him to, or for you to keep him off of him, or off of you. I mean, right? So you're wriggling, you're fighting back. He's got you pinned maybe at this point, and you're on your own, right? And then the other rank, the Northwest crew, you got 2 giant frogs headed your way. Patrol, roll a hit to keep them at bay with your spear. Do you want to go for the big or the small?
I'll go for the big.
Okay, roll a d20. Hit. All right, roll damage. It's 1d6. 5. Let's see if it's a kill. If you get lucky, it's a kill, right? You can get lucky. All right. Okay, this guy's huge. All right, it's not. It's a light wound to him. So he took that like a champ. Okay. All right, you got 1 good stab at him, right? He's been staggered, but he quickly, you stabbed into him, and right after you stabbed into him, he kind of like pushes your spear out of his wound and just keeps moving forward. The small one, of course, got past, and then we go into BOLOG and Ulysses. You guys can roll to hit the small one closing in, or you can wait for the big one. So Ulysses and BOLOG, or starting with Ulysses, do you want to go for the small or the big?
I want the big one.
Okay,
I
so
want to end it.
okay, yeah, BOLOG goes for the big.
Yeah, I'll also go for the big one.
So no one's
No,
going for the
don't
small.
go for the big
so
one. Go
the
for
small
the
can
small
just freely
one.
attack your crew. You want to go for the
Trust
small
me,
one?
we
Then?
want to go for the big
Okay,
one.
so you 2 go for the big one, and the
but,
small
the
one
small
leaps at
one's
you guys.
gonna die.
Okay, so the small one,
Okay. I
Alright.
will go for the small one
very well.
Oh,
because.
Okay, we got
safe.
some hesitation
Too
though.
safe.
All right, but the small one is pick a target. As you guys move forward, odds is it goes for BOLOG, and evens it goes for Ulysses, right? So it chose Ulysses. So Ulysses, as you move forward to go for the big one, the small one intercepts you, right? He comes toward you before, because the big one got staggered by the spear, so the
Okay.
small one gets past, and that means that before he leaps at you, you can swing your or you can
Yep.
slice your dagger into him, right? Stab. So roll a d20 if you want to defend yourself against the small. All right, that is a.
Oh,
Let me check it. I think that might be a miss, but do you have a dexterity? Let's see. Do you know your dexterity?
I do. I have a 14.
Okay, that helps. You have a +1 to hit then, so you're at 12, -1, 11, because you're incompetent. Your character is, not you. But let's see, because you're level 0. The frog, on the other hand, let's see if he gets a good hit in there or not. Or, sorry, not, we're not rolling his hit. We're rolling to see if, we're trying to see if he hit his armor class. Okay, so given his armor class, he's slippery and wet. Unfortunately, I think he missed by a single point. Let's see. Yeah. So, you got up there, you got ready to stab him. He jumps on you, and you barely are, you almost got him, but your knife slides off his slimy skin, and he pushes into you and starts to dig his claws into you, his talons. That's a nat 20, unfortunately, double damage with his talons. So he jumps onto your face and digs his claws into your eyes and mouth and head, right? Leaps onto the 3-foot long frog, just jumps onto your head, basically your upper half, and digs his claws deep into your eyes. It gouges you, right? His hands on his legs wrap
You're
around you. His
blind.
hands dig into your face for a total of, let's see, this is even, that's a 2. This is odds, it's a 1. 3 damage total. Let's check out your hit points. You've got, hopefully you're a tank, but if not, you might die here. Ulysses, you're a tank. You actually survived it. You close your eyes. He's trying to gouge them out, right? You kind of try to shake him off. He's on you. He's digging, right? You're like trying to get him off of you, right? He only did a total of 3 damage, which is heavy wound for you because you're at 4 hit points -3, so 1 hit point left, right? Less than half your hit points remaining, so you're almost done for. And then, of course, right before you can do anything else, because as you were slashing and your knife didn't glide into his flesh, right? It glanced off his slime. He has attacks at twice the speed. They're aggressively and monstrously aggressive, right? They're like alien aggressiveness, right? So he jumps on you, digs his talons in you, and then also goes for a bite. They have 2 attacks per round. So here comes his bite attack. That's also a hit, and that will finish you off more than likely. The damage is a D4. So despite you surviving the eye gouge, he goes down in your head as well. So as he holds your head, he bites down, and just while he's holding onto you, he rips off your head. He pulls and bites and twists and turns and rips off Ulysses' head. And of course, what led you to this fate is you stood your ground and held the line to fight. If you guys win this battle, hopefully they'll compensate your loss. But yeah, sorry Jerry for your loss. You've been killed in
No, it's
action
okay.
again. Thanks for playing. I know it's rough. You know, you've been having a hard time.
Nah,
here.
it's okay. I'll just
Alright.
spectate. I'll just.
Yep, you're welcome to
It's okay.
spectate, but yeah, that is your character. Kill in action. All right, moving on. We have to see how
Wait,
BOLOG
he's
did.
dead?
He's dead. Yeah, he got his head
Yeah,
ripped
dead.
off. Blood spurting all over the place. He's fallen over. The big frog tore his head off. All right, so BOLOG, you pushed forward. Maybe you're in a bit of shock. Maybe there's a morale hit, right, for our crew. Morale of the crew is based on the players' will to keep playing, right? So, but BOLOG pushes forward, a little bit in shock. The big guy just got out of the spear stab, and he's going in for BOLOG now. BOLOG, before he reaches you, you can swing your stick into him because the stick has more reach than his mouth and talons. So roll your d20 to beat his head in with your stick, or your branch, I mean.
Yeah.
1d20 when you're ready. You got a 16? That's a hit. Your branch deals total
Yeah.
of it's a branch, so it's gonna deal about, we'll say a D, probably like a D2 or D3. Let's see, it's a branch, not a stick. A stick is just one maybe, so it's got some length. We'll do a D2, yeah. So go ahead and do a D2 for damage with your branch. It's a one-handed branch.
Let's go.
So slash roll space 1d2.
Oh, slash.
And this guy's already
roll
been wounded once. Yeah, slash roll space 1d2.
D
That's how much damage a branch does.
1.
1d2. It has
One
1 to 2
D?
damage. 1d2. Delta. Dog. 1d2.
2.
Ah, okay. 1 damage.
1.
So yeah, you beat his slimy skin for 1 damage, right? You swing on him, it just kind of glances or bounces off his slimy hide. And he goes in for an attack against you, right? So you're at, it's been wounded again, but it pushes through the pain and just goes in for you. Here comes its talons against BOLOG, our brave, also one of our brave fighters at the front, holy fighter, a cleric. BOLOG, the talons miss you somehow. He goes in for to grab on you. You block with your shield. You got your shield in front of you. He tries to bite you. Let's see how the bite goes. And the bite gets you though. So even though you push them back, he pulls you down and bites onto your head, right? So he pulls your shield forward, basically, kind of, and then like bites on your head. Let's see how that the damage on that is a D4. And you're a tank. You can actually tank if. I'm pretty sure you're not gonna die from this hit. Oh wait, oh, their bite deals a D4 plus 1 damage. I just realized. I'm looking at the rules here. It's a D4 plus 1, so there is actually a chance you will die. If I roll a 4, you die. Okay. It's a 2, so you survive. So it's 3 damage total.
Let's go.
So BOLOG tanks it.
Let's
He's
go.
biting down in your head right now. Your upper half is, you're being devoured by him. He's eating you alive. He's crunching down. You can feel the intense pressure snapping and crushing your head. The pressure's building up. You're about to explode within his mouth, right? Like a grape. So as he bites down on you, let's see.
Dude,
Feel him
is he
swallowing
in,
you.
Am I in a frog's belly like a furry thing?
All right. You're not quite fully in him yet. Let's see. But he's a 6-foot long frog, so he can definitely stretch and eat a man, right? Let's see. Onward. Back to EMRYS' situation. EMRYS, you were taken down to the ground. You survived your initial attack against the first small frog. You're in close combat with this guy. Do you want to start grappling it? You have a higher chance in grappling, maybe. A 3-foot frog. Or do you want to
Yeah.
use your spear? You want to grapple?
I'll grapple, yeah.
Okay, first you're going to roll initiative. See if you can grapple faster than he can continue to dig his claws and bite you. So you're in close combat with him. Roll a 6-sider. You gotta beat a 4.
That's 1d6, right?
Yeah, 1d6. 6-sider. Yep. You won by 1 point. Okay. Actually, you have a +1/2 from your deck, so you won by 2 points. All right. Next, you're gonna roll. You're already in close proximity of him. You gotta get your hands or grippers on him. Roll a d20 to hit him, so make physical contact with your hands on him, so you can grapple him down. So roll a d20 when you're ready. You have
Oh
a
my
very low
gosh.
chance to miss, but there's still a chance to miss. You can keep on slipping out of your grip. You roll a 3, which is really bad. Unfortunately, he's on you. He feels you grabbing onto him. He wriggles and keeps your hands off. He's slippery and wet, and he goes in to dig in his talons and bite you down. Right. So let's see how that goes. All right. So the talons fail. Let's check out the bite. The bite fails too. You guys are wriggling on the ground. You're going at it, rolling and squeezing each other, and slime is everywhere on you. Right. You guys are in the mud. Right. This 3-foot long frog is trying to pin you down and you're trying to wriggle and pin him down, right? It's a whole on grapple, right? You're like pigs in mud. All right, back to our spearman patrol, right? So you got a good stab at him. You rip you push your spear out of him. He's currently taken out. Or trying to take down BOLOG, but you got that small one that just ripped off. Ulysses' head, right? That small one's about to go for you next, right? While the big one's busy with BOLOG. Do you want to help BOLOG or do you want to help yourself or run away?
Oh, can I flank with a big frog? Can I flank it?
Yeah, you can flank it. You can stab him in the side while he's busy with
Yeah.
BOLOG. Okay. So you try to flank that guy, but you understand there's a small one coming for you, right? You don't care.
I mean, I'm right there, right? So I can just stab into the big one.
Yes, you could, but as you do that, you're about to get fucked, right? So you can help and save BOLOG, but then you might be dead next, or you can let BOLOG die and then kill. While he's dying, you can kill this small one and then maybe kill the big one.
Small frogs do half as much damage to you, right?
You think you
as
can tank it? Okay, very well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the small one's hopping toward you, but before you can, you're stabbing at the big one. Roll a d20 to hit it.
4.
You failed. All right, here comes the small one. He jumps on you. Here comes his talons. So while you're busy stabbing and flanking that big guy, which was, felt your presence, was, you kind of swayed and moved and dragged your friend off, BOLOG, out of the reach of your spear, basically. And maybe if you did get close, your spear glanced off its slimy hide, but the other smaller one jumped onto you. Here comes its talons. Scores that you missed first, I think. Yeah, so despite the flanking that it does, actually you might hit. It's flanking you. Yeah, it's a flank, and you can't block him. So, yeah, he hits. So he jumps onto you from the flank, just like how you flanked the big guy. And he crashes into you with talons digging into you for 1d2 damage. It's a 1 damage. Okay, so you survive the 1. But you're at 3 hit points left, and let's see if you can survive the bite. Okay. So, let's see. This one gets a little less damage than the big one, by the way, so that's good. But they have minimum of 1 damage anyway. So, here comes the bite. He does hit. So he grabbed you with his talons, bites down. He will do a little less damage, but not too much less. He's like a 1-hit diversion. And he will do probably like a d4 -1 +1, maybe because he's small, we'll say. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do like a d2. Yeah, we'll do a d2 -1 +1. -1 because he's smaller than you. So it's just a d2 damage. So just like his claws would probably deal technically maybe a d1. Okay, so here comes his bite. It's gonna be a 4, so that's even. That's 2. So total damage is 2. So you tanked it, right? He jumped onto you. He's digging his talons in you. He's chomping down on you somewhere, right? He crashed into you. It's like going for your head. So he's chomping down on your head as you're mid spearing, right? And you got all this frog slime on you. You're dying. You're feeling yourself being crushed under his bite, right? You got 1 hit point left. You got a small frog on top of you, right? He's chewing you down, right? Okay, back to BOLOG, right? BOLOG, you're kind of like being ripped apart or crushed under the mouth or within the mouth of this big frog.
Eaten.
You want to bite on him?
Technically.
You want to swing on him with
Not
your?
ripped apart,
Do you want to grip him and try to tear him,
but
or what's your
I'll
move?
use my stick to
Just
pierce
keep-
him off.
Okay, just stab your stick into him still. All right. You have a high chance to hit because you're in close
Here, you
proximity.
guys.
Okay.
Hold up.
If you want to use your stick, roll a d20. And actually, before that, roll initiative to see if you can use your stick before he can continue to chomp and stab you with his talons. You're in close combat with him. So now we have to do an initiative. So roll a 6-sided for initiative, BOLOG, to see if you can do this before he has his way with you. Okay. You got a 5. So you got to roll a 6-sider. You have to score higher than 5.
Where's my headset?
You lost your headset. You okay?
Wait, hold up.
Okay, yeah, no worries. We are technically overtime, I just realized. So, do you guys want to wrap this up and take the likely summary of the situation, which is you all die? Or do you want to try to push through it? We've got time to kind of push through it. Let's see.
What is BOLOG going through?
BOLOG, you chose to keep fighting. Roll a d20. And roll a d6 as well. 6-sided for your initiative, and a d20 for your attack.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear us?
Oh, yes, I can hear you guys.
Okay, roll a d6
Cool.
for initiative.
Roll a D slash?
Yep, slash roll space 1d6. Good job. Simultaneous. As he's stabbing and crunching down on you, you are jabbing your stick into him, right, as hard as you can. Roll a d20 to hit him with your stick. You have a high chance to hit. As long as you don't roll too low.
I gotta hit it. I got a 5.
Yeah, that's your initiative.
I'm punching him in.
You gotta roll a d20 though to hit him with your stick.
Oh, 20.
Yeah, you're trying to make you're trying to, I mean, he's in close proximity right now, but there's a chance he struggles and holds your weapon back from stabbing because you guys are in close combat.
Roll 20?
Yeah, slash roll space 1d20. Okay, you're trying to hit him right now.
D20.
You're trying to make physical contact with your weapon against him. All right.
Oh, no.
It's a hit. All right, so now you're going to do damage. So your damage is going to be 1d2. So do slash roll space 1d2 as you jab and push your stick into him from within or from outside. Right. Either way, you're trying to use your stick against him, your branch.
2.
Max damage this time. This guy's already wounded, so that's pretty good. So before he continues to chew down on you and stab you with his talons, you're pushing your stick hard into him, right, for 2 damage this round. Oh, your branch. And it's still not enough to kill him, but it's definitely, you know, you definitely kind of done some damage. You're like, you can feel his skin tearing, like it's stretching right now. You're pushing your stick deep through his innards, and you can feel something tearing and breaking as you push it harder and harder. But as you're pushing your stick harder and harder, he's already digging his claws and also biting down on you. Okay, so here comes his claw attack. That's with bonuses included, a hit. Here comes his bite attack. That's a natural 1. Okay, so the claw attack will probably finish you off. It's 1d2 damage. 1 damage, because odds is 1. You actually survived the talons, so you're still standing. But that nat 1 means it had a critical failure, which means that it does something hard to it, bad to itself. I'm going to say because your stick is kind of in him, right? You kind of have it in his mouth, in his jaws. As he was biting down, the stick pops out of his head, right? Like it rips through. Because he's, imagine, right? This is his mouth and everything. And he's biting down and pops through, right? His skull. Does that make sense? Right?
Okay, yeah.
So he deals damage to himself. You get to do a d2 of damage again to him. So go ahead and roll 1d2. So it rips out of him, you get to do more damage, right? Yeah, d2.
D2. Okay. Oh.
He bit down and the stick poked out of him. All right. It tore out through a non-lethal area, like the side of his mouth, like his cheek, right? So it ripped out of his cheek, and now like there's a hole in his cheek now. It doesn't kill him, but it wounds him. So he just wounded himself on your branch. Your branch ripped out of his face, right? As he was
But
snapping
I'm
his
still
jaws.
inside him.
You're still in him, yeah. So
Oh,
he's really badly wounded at this point though. He's about to die. Blood is kind of, you know, you're tearing him from the inside, and he's crushing you from within, right? So it's like equally painful for both of you. You're at 1 hit point, he's at like 2 or something, I think. So you're about to die, he's about to die. It's a really bad situation, right?
This is a bad situation.
If maybe we had one more crew member here, it might have been different, but who knows, right? So let's see. Back to EMRYS, right? EMRYS, you're on a one-on-one. You were in the mud with the other small frog. You want to continue to grapple him or something else?
I'll continue to grapple him.
All right, roll initiative when you're ready. 1d6. You're up against a 4. Fail. All right, he got first move. He's digging his talons in you again. Let's see if that hits. Miss. You keep wriggling free of his talons. Let's see his bite. Miss. You're getting super lucky today, EMRYS. You're in the mud with him, and you're dodging his attacks. You're preventing him. You're pushing and struggling and keeping him from biting and stabbing into you. And you get your own counter grapple. Go ahead and roll to get physical contact on a grapple with him. 1d20 when you're ready. Trying to get your grips on him. Fail. He wriggles free of your grips as well. So you're still in the mud with him, rolling around. And back to let's see, patrol. Right? You got the small frog on you. At this point, you want to grapple this guy or something else?
I'll kill the big frog.
You will keep going for the big one despite the small frog on you.
Yes.
Okay. Roll initiative to see if you can get another stab in before the small frog has his way with you. D6. You're up against a 4. You lost. So before you get your next jab in, you're in a lot of pain right now because this guy's digging his talons in you and biting down on you. And he continues to do so, right? Here comes his talons. Nat 20's you. And here comes his bite. 9. So the 9's going to probably... Actually, the 9 might still also hit with bonuses included. But for surely that Nat 20 claw or talons will hit. And you have only 1 hit point left. So it's pretty much game over, right? Damage is 2 this time. He's a smaller frog though, so 1 damage. So you're not dead, you're dying, right? So the small frog that's on you, right? You're trying to like ignore him, shove him off, and keep stabbing at the big guy who's about to kill BOLOG. You're trying to save your buddy, but this small frog chomps down or digs his claws so hard into you that you are dying now, right? He's digging in, and blood is spurting out of you. Roll a d20 to stay conscious. You're not dead, you're dying, right? You're at 0 hit points exactly. And the bite, I'm going to see if the bite hits you or not. Let's see. Yeah, the bite's going to hit you too, I think. You have no armor. Alright, so you fail. You go unconscious and you also explode within his jaws, right? He bites down on your head and, he stretches his mouth, he wraps his mouth around the upper part of your head, like your forehead. He bites down with immense pressure and the upper part of your skull explodes, right? It just cracks and blood spurts like a grape into his throat, and it swallows that goop up, right? Swallows your brain juices. That's the end of Patrol, our rookie fighter. Patrol, who was very brave, held the line, and was loyal to his comrade BOLOG to the end, right? He died trying to help BOLOG. And he stood his ground, and he died. Okay. Sorry, Tulio. Once again, you have failed. You have lost. Sorry for your loss. Thanks for playing. Have a good night. You are welcome to spectate and see how the rest of the expedition ends. But yeah, take care, and let me know if you have questions, concerns, or feedback in the future. But yeah, another loss, and you already know the reason, right? You held the line, it's kind of, you just relied on luck there at that point to win the battle. All right, back to BOLOG. Things are just getting worse and worse between you and this big frog, right? The 6-foot-long frog on you and you.
I'm gonna kill this frog.
What's your next move? You want to just kind of keep using your branch within it to tear him apart, or something else?
I want to escape.
You
so
want
I
to rip
can
out of him?
beat him up.
Okay. Do you want to grapple him then?
How am I gonna grapple him from the inside?
You grab on and kind of
him?
Yeah, you grab on, just kind of try to like crush him from within or tear him and like elbow your way out, right? Just tear him apart, rip free out of him.
I want to rip away, like free from him.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
And as you do that, he has his own intent. He's trying to crush you like a grape inside of his throat, right? He's trying to kill you and eat you. So, roll initiative to see if you can do this before he can do that what he wants, right? So, go ahead, roll a d20 or a d6. I mean, you got to beat a 5 this time.
Oh, wait, a 5?
Yep, 6-sided when you're ready.
Roll d6.
Fail. All right. So before you can rip free, he chomps down even harder. Let's see, and his claws continue to dig deeper. His claws hit, his chompers hit, and that's the end of BOLOG. BOLOG, as he holds you down, right, or he's got you on the ground, he swallows you even deeper, and you can feel him crushing down his jaws. And at that point, there's so much pressure that bones break, your ribs are cracking. The air of your lungs is pushed out of you. You're just kind of crushed, right? Your body is just like slowly crushed by his heavy, forceful jaws and throat, and his claws, of course, dig into your under or into your guts, and he kind of helps you or rips open your guts, and your innards start to spill a little bit, right? So blood spreading from there, and that's BOLOG's mind goes blank. He dies,
dead?
right? Yeah, he crushed you. Yeah, he killed you.
I'm dead.
BOLOG dies at that point. Yeah. BOLOG dies, yeah. So, sorry for your loss, your first expedition with your crew. You were brave. You're a new player. It's expected to die in your first expedition. Yeah, so it's okay. You learn from it. you did good. You fought hard today. The only thing was that you fought a battle that was kind of on equal terms, or you know, more so actually an uphill battle, right? It was kind of an equal slash uphill. We had some uphill situations, but we mostly were. It was kind of an equal battle,
mean,
right? So you're kind of
I'm
doing,
a,
yeah,
I hit some great hits.
yeah. You did get some good hits in
I
there.
will respect it. I did hit some great hits. I hit a 20. I
Yeah,
hit
that
a
was good. That was in
20.
that 20 in the beginning. That was beautiful. Thanks for playing. Hope you had
Really.
fun. Sorry for your loss.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome to play again.
It's okay.
Yeah. Thanks for trying it out.
Thank
And
you.
you're welcome to
Thank
spectate
you
if you
for
want to.
me
Yeah.
to having the experience.
Yep.
Hopefully
Welcome
get
back.
into it back.
Yep. All right. Looks like the expedition's about to fail. We've lost BOLOG. We've lost everyone. It looked like it was about to win at first, but then it slowly got worse. You know. EMRYS, given the situation, you're wriggling the frog mud with the other small frog, and the other ones are making their way over, right? So, realizing the situation, do you want to keep trying to grapple this guy down? Do you want to try to free yourself and run, or something else?
Try to free myself and run.
Okay, so it's you versus him, and if you roll high enough initiative, you can run before he can continue to attack you, right? So you can get out of that mud and run off, right? And I'm looking at their speed. And you might be able to outrun this guy. There's actually a pretty good chance because frogs are not that fast on land. They're mostly fast in the water. And earlier, based on what you saw too, how they moved, froggy crawls, they only can crawl at the speed of 20 feet in 10 seconds or 60 feet if they sprint. So you have a high chance to get away. If you roll high enough on initiative here, you're gonna get out of the mud before you can have another attack against you. Roll a 6-sided when you're ready. You got to beat a 4. Fail. All right. So here comes his attacks. Before you can get out of the mud, he grabs onto you and grabs your legs and pulls you down, tries to drag you back into the mud with him, right? Here comes his claw, his talons. Fail. You dodge the talons. Here comes the bite. The bite gets you. So he gets a little grip on you, but you rip the grip off, and then he hops onto you again and goes in for that bite. And that's what gets you from the rear, right? So even though he kind of tripped you up and you fell over in the mud, but he didn't get a dig his talons in because you got tripped up and he's aggressively faster than you. He crawls right back on you and starts to bite down on your legs, right, with his teeth. And the damage is 1d4 plus 1 divided by 2 because he's kind of a baby frog. So basically very low damage. We're going to say it's going to be like at least 1, of course. But his bite's going to be a d2 plus 1 minus 1, so just a d2. It's 1 damage. So he chomps down on your leg for 1 damage. You survive it. He's chomping your leg right now. But as he slows you down and chomps on your leg, the other ones are catching up. So you got like 1 more chance to free yourself, and then you're done. Okay. So he's chewing on your leg right now. Unless you have another idea, you can just try to rip your foot free of his mouth and run away again, or you have another idea. The other ones are crawling over to you. They just finished off their.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna rip my foot and try to run again.
Okay. No other ideas in your head? All right. Yep. I mean, this might be the only way. All right. Very simple, direct path out of here. Roll a d6. If you beat initiative again, or if you this time, I mean, if you beat initiative, you're out. You're good. You get away. If you fail, it's over, right? Roll a d6 when you're ready.
I rolled a 3.
Okay. You're up against 5. You lost. Here comes the talon again. If you manage to dodge these attacks, you're good. But I don't think you're gonna be able to dodge them. Here comes talon. Miss. Lucky. Okay. Here comes the bite. Hit. All right. Once again, you wriggle out of the talons, but that same foot is stuck in his mouth, and he chews down on your foot, and he breaks your leg right at that point. You're at 1 hit point, so you feel your femur, it snaps under the pressure, right? He bites as hard and twists and pulls, and just like how a frog would do to a cricket or a mealworm or something, right? He kind of uses his paws to hold your leg and then snaps it, right? He bites down, twists and pulls, and you can feel your femur bone just snap under the pressure of this giant frog, right? So you snapped your femur. You can feel so much pain searching through your body. It's shocking, right? Roll a d20 to stay conscious from the amount of pain you just suffered. You took 1 damage, right? So you're at 0 hit points. The reason why you took 1 damage is because they do a d2, but because it's smaller than you, it's a d1 basically. So It's 1 damage. You are still conscious. You are still conscious as he breaks your leg. And yeah, you're still alive, but you're down. You can't run away. The other frogs arrive on the scene, and they kind of hold you down. And you suffer a very gruesome fate. As the frogs arrive and start to bite down on your limbs and tear your limbs off, one of the frogs doesn't realize you're still alive and begins to read your corpse, or you're not dead yet actually, but he begins to shoot his eggs in you, or his frog juices in you, and so you can incubate, of course, another frogman within your body, right? But yeah, you stay conscious during that, and maybe you don't even want to be conscious during that. But it's a horrible fate for EMRYS, right? They hold you down. You can feel them pulling and ripping, and then your arm finally tears off. Your leg tears off. One gets in from behind and ravages you, and it's a horrible fate. Sorry for your loss. Thanks for playing. Yeah. Well, we already know PEKKA made the right move, maybe, right? He knew to run. This was a lost battle. Guess it was.
I mean, guys, like the maths was like beat the
Yeah.
against us. You knew they were communicating, and like,
Yeah. All right.
Contracted to the install.
It was a close call, actually. A close battle, technically. We
I mean,
got
it was
like
just relying
2
upon
kills in the
luck.
beginning.
Let's
but-
be real.
Yeah, it was a lot of luck based right there. Numbers and luck.
But I don't know if you were being lenient, Ekin, but like, was that meant to be 2 patrol rolls, or like, what was it? Like, I don't know. But
Yeah, it was a
Okay, so I
patrol
thought
of
it-
frogs. It was a random encounter patrol frog group. So
yeah,
only 5 in this time. And that's still not a lot compared to the usual numbers. But they still won. Because typically a wilderness and lair encounter is gonna be 3d6. Actually, wilderness encounter is 3d6, but wilderness lair is 3d6 times 5. So, like, if you
yeah,
find a
I was
lair in the
really
wilderness,
lenient.
it's 3d6 times 5.
I mean, I don't. Why did you guys like initially walk away from me? Because like, if I would have ran up and carried on, continuing running after you guys, I would have got jumped on and just ate, right? So, like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely winnable. Just the rolls kind of bad.
Alright.
No, it was just like a bad fight state. But you should not.
But they have to
I mean,
spread
I'm
their
trying to make
forces out, too.
progress.
Yeah.
That's why I played the game. So.
Okay. Yeah. PEKKA, because you deserted in the beginning, of course, anything that they progressed in doesn't go to you, of course, naturally. So you weren't there for the battle or anything.
Yeah.
You got it with your life, though, but the whole crew was lost. It was a close fight, maybe, but heavily luck-based. I think the main thing we got to learn here from this battle is positioning was really good, actually. You guys actually made the right call for positioning. You didn't stay in the middle of the woods and get fucking destroyed, right? You got to the
Yeah, I
clearing.
agree.
That was good. High ground maybe would have been nice. A fortification. Reinforcements would be good. Extra spears in the ground. Also, weapon choice. That's another thing. Of course, we had rookies in the crew that don't know good weapons, right, yet. They're going to be dagger boys, of course. Even Jerry's still a dagger boy to this day. Yeah, weapon formations, super important to have good weapons in your ranks, right? That really helped. The spear bracing, that gives you auto initiative, right? Super good. And then, of course, when they get close, grappling them down at that point is like your best call if you got buddies to help you, right? That when they initially grappled that one dude down, the other guy came in and stabbed him in the head, right? That was good, right? A lot of good calls
I mean,
today,
the problem
actually,
with-
but yeah.
The problem with like a lot of any monsters 2 attacks is that they just naturally have the action economy.
Yeah,
on you.
exactly. Action economy is huge for them. Another thing is, yeah, they only have melee attacks, which I don't know if you guys realize that yet, but frogmen only have, at this time, for now, melee, right? So missiles, you saw today how effective the missiles were. They were somewhat effective, right? At least like if you have a missile round before you enter melee, it's pretty decent, right? You get your throws in, your rock throws, or your shots in first. And at the cost of 1 simple copper piece, you got yourself a D4 of damage, right? That you can inflict on them before they close in. And then you know, they're softened up for melee, right? So just think about that in the future, perhaps. Any other
Wait,
questions,
I've got a
concerns, or
question
feedback? What's up?
about like because they were newbies. Does that like really like? Does that take away from the man pool? Also, was that
No, it
Emrys'
doesn't.
first
Yeah.
character
What was that?
or no? Was that her first character in this region or no?
That girl?
Stars.
Oh, stars.
No, stars.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
stars. That was stars first in this particular base in Stavos. EMRYS. Yeah.
No, so.
So her next character will count toward if Emery's dying doesn't count toward the loss of manpower, but if
Still buffs them now.
if what was it?
It still buffs them, still makes them stronger.
Yes,
guess.
it still makes them stronger because now they have weapons and food, right? So
Yeah.
the food allows them more freedom, right, to push on, like to field more troops, right? So yeah, food increases their stockhold and how much time they've got to keep living without having to focus on gathering more food. Now they can be more offensive, right? So when you have food secured, like basic survival needs secured, then you can make more progress, like breed, construct, raid, and pillage, right? Progress your, not focus on just surviving, but living, right? And expanding, growing, progressing. So yeah, they sustained some good food today. About 4 characters, right, worth of food, and they can use their bodies to incubate more eggs, right? So the frogmans. Okay, that's very unfortunate, but yeah. All right. Yeah. Any other questions or concerns or feedback before we end this one? Pekka, of course, you get back to base. There's nothing really you can do,
Yeah, it's not.
and you're
I
gonna
have
go
a question.
a little hungry. What's up?
Is it possible to like burn the frogs alive? Like burn them?
Melt them, like cook them?
No, like burn them with like fire
Oh, I
and
mean,
stuff.
just like imagine real life, a fire against a slimy frog. It kind of helps, but they'll usually just jump away. But fire is good against most things, right? It burns most things. Still pretty good, but yeah, fire's still good against everything. It's just it's slow killing, right? Fire is not a fast killer. You have to hold a torch against them for quite a while before they die, right? Like if I took
Okay.
a knife and sliced your throat, you'd be dead in 10 seconds, right? But if I used a torch and shoved it in your face, it'd take a while. The smoke would maybe kill you first, but it would be a slow and painful death for you, right? Your face would be cooking for a while. You'd die of the smoke, maybe, right? Or the amount of pain and shock. Same thing with the frogs, right? It will be a slow way to kill them. You would be probably killed before they could let you burn them alive, right? So
Okay.
yeah. Good question though. It does work. If you could trap them somehow and set them on fire, that would be super good, right? Because then they're trapped, they're trying to get out, and they're just cooking while they're trying to get out. So that's super good. Yeah, good try. Thanks for playing, guys. Another loss though, so brings us closer and closer to defeat. Not as close, but closer. So yeah, good try. All right, I'll see you guys. Thanks for playing. Take care.
It's